This story is for my granddaughter Maisie and anybody else that wants to read it. I'm recording it because of the pandemic, and the book here is called The Kissing Hand. It is by Audrey Penn with illustrations by Ruthie Harper and Nancy M. Leake. I own no intellectual property with this book. I'm not advertising it. I am solely reading a good night book to my sweet, sweet Maisie. There's a raccoon, and there's a butterfly, two butterflies. Let's see what that says. Oh, it's to their children. I wrote it for their kids. So let's see what it says here. It says, Chester Raccoon stood at the edge of the forest and cried, "I don't want to go to school," he told his mother. "I want to stay home with you. I want to play with my friends and play with my toys and read my books and swing on my swing. Please may I stay home with you." There's Ladybug. And there's Chester. He's being silly, isn't he? Let's see what else can happen next. Mrs. Raccoon took Chester by the hand and nuzzled him on the ear. "Sometimes we all have to do things we don't want to do," she told him gently. "Even if they seem strange and scary at first, but you will love school once you start." There's a squirrel. Do you have squirrels in your backyard? I bet you do. Here's Chester and a pretty bird. You'll make new friends and play with new toys. Can you tell what kind of woodpecker that is? I bet you can. You're getting smart about the birds, right? Here he has a sandbox and a little mouse friend. Read new books and swing on new swings. Besides, she added, I know a wonderful secret that will make your nights at school seem as warm and cozy as your days at home. Well, I didn't sleep well last night. Sorry about that. So there's Chester. Looks like he has a skunk for a friend. If you live in Virginia, they're called polecats. And they smell very, 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 very bad. Okay. Chester wiped his tears, looked interested. A secret? What kind of secret? A very old secret, said Mrs. Raccoon. I learned it from my mother, and she learned it from hers. It's called the kissing hand. What is this here? What is that? I think it's a frog. Do you think it's a frog? And there's a snail. And there's Mama Sissy's dragonfly. She likes dragonflies. And there's another one over here. And I think that's a leaf falling down from the tree. And look, Chester's mom is holding his little paw. I'll show you. Mrs. Raccoon took Chester's left hand and spread open his tiny fingers into a fan. Leaning forward, she kissed Chester right in the middle of his palm. Chester felt his mother's kiss rush from his hand up his arms and into his heart. Even his silky black mask tingled with a special warmth. See, she's kissing his little hand. Raccoons, they have hands a lot like people. Oh, and look, that's kind of how he feels. He feels all his mommy's love. Raccoons are night creatures, so he probably goes to school at night and sleeps during the day. What do you think? Mrs. Raccoon smiled. Now she told Chester, whenever you feel lonely and need a little loving from home, just press her hand to your cheek and think, Mommy loves you, Mommy loves you, and that very kiss will jump to your face and fill you with toasty, warm thoughts. Pretty flowers. That's an opossum. Opossums are scary because they've got lots of teeth. And there's Chester with his mom right there. There's a pretty tree. She took Chester's hand and carefully wrapped his fingers around her kiss. Now do be careful not to lose it, she teased him. But don't worry, when you open your hand and wash your food, I promise the kiss will stick. That's something that raccoons are known for, is that they scrub their food down before they eat it. And there's a bunny. Do you have bunnies in your yard? I'm not sure what that is right there. And here's a turtle. And it's a mouse. I had to get really close to it to see what it was. Okay. So, let's see. Chester loved his kissing hand. Now he knew his mother would go with him wherever he went, even to school. And so there they are. She kissed his little paw, and he's looking around and playing like little kids do. He's found a ball. And there he is, just running towards the sun in the flower field, having fun. That night, Chester stood in front of his school and looked thoughtful. Suddenly, he turned to his mother and grinned. "Give me your hand," he told her. Ooh. Another little mousey. Pretty place. Oh, big bird. And look, there's a lantern here. I bet his school is inside the tree. What do you think? And so his mom gave him her paw, her hand. Chester took his mother's hand in his own and unfolded her large, familiar fingers into a fan. Next, he leaned forward and kissed the center of her hand. Look here. These are both opossums. And this one's hanging by his tail. His tail is almost like an extra hand. And there's a bunny. "Now you have a kissing hand too," he told her, and with a gentle "goodbye" and "I love you," Chester turned and danced away. Ooh. Oh, fox. Foxes can sound scary at night sometimes because they make such a racket. There's the skunk. And there's Chester going to school in the tree, and he's waving goodbye, and his mom's waving goodbye. Mrs. Raccoon watched Chester scamper across the tree limbs and enter school. And as the owl hoot rang in the new school year, she pressed her left hand to her cheek, and she smiled. The warmth of Chester's kiss filled her heart with special words. Chester loves you, it sang. Chester loves you. And look, I bet that's Chester, and that's his mom. What do you think? Oh, look. There's the owl. Oh, look at the toad there. Yeah. What else can we see? It kind of looks like the tree has eyes, doesn't it? I think that they're little bugs, but it kind of looks like the tree limb is looking up at something. Here's some of the bunnies at school in the limbs. Here's Chester and a baby fox. Baby foxes are called kits. Kits. And that little bunny right there. Look, here's a deer. I know you have deer in your yard. And these little lights right here, these are called fireflies. We don't get those very much anymore, but there used to be lots and lots and lots of them when I was little. And look, see? The grass growing up from the meadow is made in a shape of an I love you hand. Yeah. I love you. I love you, Maisie. Oh, there's a picture on the back. There's the opossums. Oh. Did you find any other animals in there that I missed? All right. I'm glad I got to read you this story tonight, Maisie. I love you. When I come over next, maybe you can blow me a kiss, okay? Night-night.